I was in disbelief. What? Dead? Matthew rubbed his face tiredly. I ain't going to work tonight. Don't feel well. I'm calling in sick. He picked up the radio receiver, informed the station office, then came back and sat down heavily on his bunk. You must be joking, I said. No, I ain't joking. He stared at the floor for a long moment. I'll tell you everything. Didn't you want to know why I sleep with a machete beside me? I nodded slowly. Well, here's my story. He lit a cigarette with shaking hands. I was a weak kid growing up. Sick all the time. Never had many friends because of it. That makes two of us, I thought. My old man hated church talk and superstition. Wanted a rational answer for everything. But my ma was different. I used to have terrible nightmares as a boy. Every night, same thing. He paused. She tried prayers and scripture and all that, but my father eventually brought in a hypnotist. A hypnotist? I asked. Matthew nodded. During one of the hypnosis sessions, I drew the figure that kept trying to kill me with a machete. A cold feeling settled in my stomach. But after a while, the dream stopped. Everything seemed normal again. He took a drag from his cigarette before continuing. Years later, my father died. I had to leave my ma and move to New York City for work. She was sick too, and I needed money for her treatment. He gave a bitter smile. She always worried I'd end up alone after she passed. Truth be told, I wanted a sweetheart too. His face darkened slightly. That's when I met Diane. He looked away as he said her name. Black hair, lips red as a rose, beautiful gray eyes. The moment I saw her, I felt like I'd met her before somewhere, like I'd heard her voice in another life. He chuckled softly. I was crazy about her almost immediately. We got close, fell in love. He stared at the cigarette smoke curling toward the ceiling. I told my ma about her. She was happy at first, invited us over for the weekend so she could meet Diane herself. His expression slowly changed. But the second my mother laid eyes on her, her smile vanished. He looked at me directly. She said, "Oh God, no, not again." I felt uneasy just hearing it. She pulled me aside and asked, "Matthew, don't you remember her?" "Remember who?" I asked. Matthew swallowed hard. She took an old sketch out of her diary. His voice dropped to nearly a whisper. "It was the drawing I made during hypnosis all those years ago." He looked pale just remembering it. The figure trying to kill me. He stopped. Looked exactly like Diane. Silence filled the room. "No," he corrected himself quietly. "It was Diane." I didn't know what to say. At first I brushed it off as coincidence. But my ma got worse not long after that. Before she died, she grabbed my hand and told me one thing. He stared at the floor again. "Don't go with her." The wind outside groaned against the metal walls of the rig. "I told Diane everything after that," he continued. "About the dreams, about the drawing, about what my mother said." His jaw tightened. She called my ma a superstitious old fool. He clenched his fists. That angered me. We argued. Things got ugly. He hesitated. I slapped her. The room suddenly felt colder. She went mad after that, grabbed a machete and came after me. My heart skipped, and right then, I remembered the dream. Every bit of it. He looked genuinely terrified now. I barely escaped. Locked her inside the house. He went quiet again. Then finally, I burned it down before I left. I stared at him. "You burned the house down. You killed her? Why aren't you in prison?" "They never found a body," he answered flatly. "I sat in jail a few weeks for arson. Then they let me go. And after that, I came here." I frowned. "So she isn't dead?" "She has to be," he snapped suddenly. "No human being could have escaped that fire." He lowered his voice. "But before I left, I heard her." My skin prickled. She said, "I'll find you, and I'll kill you." The room fell silent again. I still see her in my dreams, he whispered. At night, she's stronger. His eyes drifted toward the machete beside the bed. That's why I sleep during the day. I finally asked the question that had been bothering me from the beginning. Why the machete? Matthew slowly rolled up his sleeves. Thin scars covered his arms. Sometimes I still see her during daytime sleep, he said quietly. When she gets close, I cut myself awake. I didn't say anything after that. Poor devil was clearly out of his mind. Too much guilt, too much superstition. Far as I could tell, Diane was alive somewhere and simply tormenting him for what he did. And sooner or later, I figured Matthew Doyle would have to face reality. And it happened soon.